Let's take a look at the memes that you all sent in. Let's jump into it. All right, so first one we got is from Varello. Let's see what Varello's got for us.
Timmy, go get your math grades. Steven, show him your horse riding. Timmy, speak French. Steven, fly. Timmy, transform. Steven, use shadow clone jutsu. Timmy, rewind time. Steven, cook minute rice in 58 seconds.
So, all right, so for those of you that don't understand, you have your company commanders that are in charge of what they said butter bars, which are second lieutenants. Second lieutenants are the very first rank of a junior officer. So I was a second lieutenant at one point, and then you get promoted typically after 18 months to first lieutenant. Usually once you hit your 4-year mark, you will then get promoted to a captain. It's pretty much automatic unless you screw something up. So captains, they're in charge of a company, and they will have 4 platoons typically to each company, maybe 3 to 4 platoons. So there's a platoon leader that is in charge of each of those platoons, and the platoon leaders are second lieutenants, just to give you some information on there. And they're like flexing on each other, having their lieutenants do all their work for them, or not just for them, but having them get tasked out with different things and showing what their company's all about. That's kind of the joke there. So how does promotion stuff work? So it kind of depends. Once you get to a certain point, you get promoted. So promotions are automatic to an extent. Typically, as an enlisted, you will be guaranteed to get to specialist or E4. For the officers, you're pretty much guaranteed to get to captain. However, you then will have to go to the board, is what it's called. So basically, you have to kind of prove your worth, to explain it very simplistically, to make major, from a captain to a major. And then in order to get picked up for E5 or sergeant, you have to go to what's called BLC. And this is for the Army specifically. BLC being a leadership course that they want these young soldiers to go to then become non-commissioned officers in the non-commissioned officer corps. So that's kind of how that works. And then it kind of goes off of that. So you'll go to different schoolings to get promoted for the enlisted, but then there's boards that you'll go to as you get higher and higher up the chain. And that kind of goes for the officer route as well. All right, next one we got from Yeet. Airborne would be fun, they said. Oh my gosh. I don't know where that is. It looks rocky and just painful as ever. Oh my goodness, that had to hurt so bad. Again, one school I wanted to go to more than anything was Airborne School, but it looks like we got somebody doing some air assault stuff. Welcome to Nick. Oh. I got the music off just because of... Oh. What did he think was gonna happen? Oh, that hurt. That had to hurt. Dude, the first one, that guy, this had to hurt so bad. Look at his muzzle went right into the dirt too. Big no-no. All right, this next one is in from Cody. Let's take a look what Cody sent us in.
Donald Trump and Kanye sitting around M4s eating tacos on a military MRE.
Wait, what? That's hysterical.
Sergeant Beckham, what did you say a second ago?
So I said, I think what's crazy is, like, you could sign for $15 million worth of equipment, a cannon, have live ammo, and fire it live, unsupervised most of the time. But you can't have a toaster in your room. So that's where I'm at.
Gotta love the barracks. And that's why a lot of people kind of, their justification for getting out of the military is because sometimes they feel like they are being babied, and they don't like the fact that in the barracks they are literally, everything is dictated. They have to have people come in and do room inspections and whatnot, which there is reasoning why they do that, but there's an extent to it where there's a lot of people that probably feel like they're being babied and they're not feeling like they're being treated like adults. And that can be, I think, an issue with the next meme. This is one I sent in. I thought this was hilarious. Steve disappeared in 2002 right at the start of the invasion of Afghanistan. Then Steve reappears in 2021 when we pull from Afghanistan. Conclusion: Steve was running ops with the goons and Spicy Boys, Blues, Black Ops, Clues with pipe hitters Steve, which is friggin' hysterical. One thing I didn't get is they put a security forces friggin' patch red on the front, but the special forces airborne, like, it's supposed to be like their special forces in the Army, which are Green Berets. All right, here's another picture of Steve. Dude, these memes are friggin' hysterical. All right, Cody sent, I asked for the Wi-Fi password. They told me to shut up and sit down. Don't recommend this airline. And you can tell they're clearly set up for some type of movement. They've got their rucksacks and they look pretty loaded up. So they're definitely on either C-130 or C-17. And they're getting ready to probably land for deployment would be my guess. So All right, this one's from John. F-82 twin Mustang or the F-82 spin Mustang? Dude. Just the fact that this is such a weird idea. Like when you think about the top one, it is a really weird idea, don't you think? That you have two of them. They're just like, you know what? We've got one of these, but what happened if we just put two of them and slapped them together? What would happen? I don't know. It just looks funny to me. Me on my 30-minute drive to make sure a grown man shaved and wore the same outfit as me. Yeah, that about sums it up. And that's another thing that, you know, a lot of people, like there's a lot of leaders that, you know, feel like they don't like having to baby their troops. So can you name a country for an edit? Smiley face.
Can you name a country for an edit? USA.
Dude, it's pretty hype. Unfortunately, I have to turn the music off, but like, that's pretty incredible. Got a corporal there. Another corporal. Like, that looks like they got a Marine coach bus that they are driving, so. That's phenomenal, man. Hey, Bert, thanks so much for the follow. Appreciate that, man. Shortage of school bus drivers prompts Massachusetts to tap National Guard, who would steal 30-bag lunches. It's a specialist. All right, what do we got from Yeet? Yeet, what'd you send in?
Today when I found this. Tag every Marine you know.
This can't be real.
Tag every single one of them.
This can't be real, right? Is there, can someone please look this up? Is there, like, did Kellogg's make a crayon cereal? All right. Look at that gas mask friggin' helicoptering. This meme, I love this meme. I think it's friggin' hysterical, dude. The face that's on him, man. Doctor, my back hurts when I wake up in the morning, military hospital. Wake up in the afternoon then. It hurts how this feels sometimes because you tell them everything that's wrong with you and they have to check a box, basically, is what they do. So they will just go down the line and say, all right, what about this thing? What about this thing? What about this thing? And they won't really ask you all the time the specific direction of where it would naturally go, the conversation of maybe if you were on the civilian side. It's not all the time, but I've had some weird experiences when I was in and had to go to the doctor. Corpsman be like, broken leg, not a problem. If you don't know what a corpsman is, it's a Navy medic that is typically assigned to a Marine unit. That's what every single medic that is assigned to a Marine unit is a corpsman, part of the Navy. The Marines do not have their own medics. So that's why if you ever hear corpsman, that is why. And there you go, more stuff, which, hey, look at that. John added in the extra that was there, Motrin. Motrin and water solves everything according to the military. Solves all your problems, all your headaches, all your broken legs, everything. So, and John put this is missing. So, fantastic. All right, what do we got here? I don't care who you are, how manly you are. If there is a gosh darn spider that size somewhere, nah, I'm not a fan. Nope, I'm out.
You sure?
100%! Ah! Oh! Oh, shit!
They're definitely filling up a water buffalo. For those of you that don't know what a water buffalo is, well, everybody's got a water buffalo. No, this is a thing that's going to hold potable water, most likely potable being drinkable water, I would guess, maybe in this case, but they're filling it up. That way they can carry this on the back of a vehicle and then drive it out to whatever area they're going for training. And that way they have good drinking water, because obviously if you're out in an area and you're doing training, or if you are, let's say, deployed, then you are going to need some type of consistent water source. This is mainly just for going out to the field, though. They can't play the music, but deep breath, make it real high, and I scream at the top of my lungs. A-10s are sick, man. Absolutely awesome. I freaking love the A-10, man. Even though they are kind of falling apart and Congress wants to keep them, but the Air Force is like, we don't want them. They are definitely still really cool asset. All right, we got another one. VA, your back pain isn't service related. Me thinking back to when my back started to hurt. If you have never been in a Humvee on an off-road terrain It is brutal. It looks literally just like that. It is unbelievable how much you bounce around and how painful it can be. Like, your back will definitely start hurting. I can promise you that. It is not a good time, especially if you're in full kit like that, when everything is kind of bouncing around. So I got a little story. So when I was in training for MP Bullock, we had a night operation that we did, and we were driving back on these really rough roads. If you haven't been to Fort Leonard Wood, in some of those back roads in the training areas, the TAs, there are some roads and bumps that are really sketchy, and if you're driving at night, it's even more brutal. So we're driving at night. This driver was going a little too fast, and we had a guy up on the gun just in case, you know, for the training, in case somebody went and did an attack on us. So we had guns ready. And what happened was they hit this pothole so hard that the guy on the gun lunged forward, and his Kevlar, or his helmet, hit the front of the plate. So you have these giant metal plates, or like metal protection to kind of protect you when you're up on the gun. And his head hit that thing and it knocked him out. He was lucky he was wearing that friggin' helmet. Obviously, you're supposed to, but if he had it, you know, tipped back or not wearing it properly, dude, he could have killed him. So it knocked him out clean, which is unbelievable. So that's definitely a reason why they have you all kitted up every time you're in a vehicle, a military vehicle. You are always wearing a helmet, because vehicle rollovers happen. There was actually a vehicle rollover that just happened at Fort Bragg with one of the MP units there. Unfortunately, I think one fatality, someone died, and then 3 of them were in critical condition. So it's pretty crazy, and that happened on a hardball road. For those of you that don't know, it's like basically a irregular paved road that happened on. They just misjudged the turn that they were supposed to take, and they ended up having a vehicle rollover. So when that stuff happens, you're supposed to have everything tied down to a certain SOP, standard operating procedure, or have everything tied down, because when you flip, if you don't have everything tied down, you're not wearing your seatbelt and all that stuff. I know it sounds like basic shit, but man, if you flip one of those things, it is going to be painful in some of the worst ways. Air Force cautions troops to beware of sexless involuntary celibates. They warn you about the Becky and the Stacy. A recent brief at Joint Base Andrews warned of radicalized incels. Are you serious? There's no way this is real, right? From the Air Force Times, though.
Here, buddy, it's all yours.
Wow!
Oh my gosh. Welcome to the show, child. Yo, dude. Hey, great memes, ladies and gentlemen. Great memes. Absolutely fantastic. I appreciate you all tuning in and turning these memes in. I had a good time. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of this. Maybe drop some knowledge on you on some of the things that we were seeing. Hey, if you have any good military memes, be sure to submit them, and we'll get them all into the next video, since we had such a nice backlog. So take it easy, take care, stay safe out there, ladies and gents, as far as YouTube is concerned. And yeah, we'll see you all later, okay?